creator of the Novel Factory, and in this video I'm going to take you through the Subplot Manager section of the novel writing software. You can access the Subplot Manager by clicking on the fourth option on the main navigation bar on the left, and it will take you to a screen that looks a bit like this. This has a few threads and subplots in there already, so yours may not, and it also has some scenes already, so when you first go there it may look a bit more empty than this. The Subplot Manager is essentially a way to keep track of multiple subplots and cross-reference them with scenes so that you can see how a particular subplot is developing throughout your novel, because most novels will have multiple subplots, and let's be honest, it can be very easy to get into a tangle, very easy to forget whether you've paid off that thing that you foreshadowed, and so the Subplot Manager is there to help you with that. Along the left hand side are the plot cards, which you may recognise from the Plot Manager and also the manuscript. As I have mentioned before, I've tried to get everything to link together in the Novel Factory so that you can work on something in one area and it corresponds in a different area of the software. You don't have to update things in multiple areas. So on that note, if you edit a plot card or an index card in the Subplot Manager, that will update in the Plot Manager and in the manuscript as well. So all of your plot cards will show initially down the side here, and along here you have all of your subplot columns, and then you can see by looking at the row which event in each of the subplots corresponds to a particular scene. Subplots can have a few forms. You can create just a plain subplot about anything you want. You can give it a name, you can give it a description, you can choose a colour for it, and you can choose whether this subplot information that you are going to enter here is going to turn up in the titles or the descriptions. I will show you both of those. So if we start with the titles, if you enter some information here, each time you start a new line, it will create a new plot event. So let me show you what that looks like. So here's our new subplot. There's the title of it up there, and these are my different subplot events. As you can see, the information that I entered is in the title here. If I create another subplot, give it a different color, but this time I choose to put the information into the descriptions, you will see that it will end up somewhere slightly different. We'll add that. So again, we've added the subplot, it's appeared here, but this time the text is showing in the descriptions rather than the titles. Once you've created your subplot, it will automatically distribute each of the subplot events in the first few scenes, but of course you probably want to move them around, which you can easily do by dragging and dropping to wherever you want. And you can also put two subplot events in the same cell if you want, so therefore in the same scene. You can reorder them, and you can even move them into a different subplot thread if you decide that that works better. You can edit the subplot on its own as well if you want to look at it in isolation, so you can really get clarity and, you know, just shine a light on one particular subplot very clearly rather than seeing it in the context of the whole novel. Another way you can do that is by choosing the content menu and then clicking filter. That will give you just that subplot again, but it will keep the rest of the novel visible so that you can still move things about and see where it falls within the rest of the novel. And when you've had enough of looking at that, you can click clear filter, and then you go back to the full view. As well as having subplots that are completely freely created by you, you can create subplots based on our plot templates. You do that by clicking the Add Plot Template button, And then, for example, you may wish to add a subplot, which is a romance. So you click the romance plot template and then click use this plot template, and another subplot will be created with all of the beats of that particular template. And you can then shuffle them around in your novel to the correct place. And of course, you can edit them. One thing to mention about the plot templates is that if you have used a plot template in the plot manager, so as the key structure of your novel, then it will automatically add it as a subplot in the subplot manager. The reason for this is that as you edit the index cards, which show the original plot template information, you may still want to be reminded of which stage or which beat that corresponds to. So that's why it's added there as well for reference, but you can always delete it if you don't want that there. Another way that you can add a column in the subplot manager is the character viewpoint. In the character details section, it's possible to enter information for what each of the characters is doing in any given scene. See the characters video for more information on that. If you have filled out that information, so you know what one of your characters or multiple of your characters are doing in each scene, you can add them here. I'm going to remove Barbara so that we can add her again to show you. So to add a character viewpoint to the subplot manager, you click character viewpoint, you pick from your list of characters. We've only got one character in this project. You can again select a colour and click add character viewpoint, and then that character is added along with a little image of them in the side. And if you have filled in anything in the character viewpoint, it will show there. You can shuffle the viewpoints into different orders to suit yourself, and you can change the size of the subplot manager. So small would be to get as much as possible on screen, medium if you would like to read it a little bit bigger, and then large if you need the text even bigger. You can also choose to show either both the title and description, which is what I have here, or you can show only the description or only the title, as what suits you and your working process, and that applies to the cards as well. You can also invert the axes so that the index cards show along the top. In this case, it will not show their description because there isn't room, and all of your subplots are showed as horizontal rows rather than as columns. You can delete an event, a subplot event, by clicking on the context menu and clicking delete. Remember again that it may be linked in other parts of the software, so be sure that you don't want to keep it somewhere else because it will delete from there as well. And as always, if you look towards the top right hand corner, you will find extra help icons. The mortarboard gives you information about how to write a novel, about the writing craft. The eye icon is a technical guide to using the software, and the screen icon brings up a video tutorial. Okay, that's it for the subplot manager. I hope that's been helpful. And please do let us know if you have any feedback or comments or questions. If you need a hand with anything, we are really happy to help. We have a really fantastic customer support team and we love to hear from you. So please do get in touch. In the meantime, happy writing.